Welcome, Guardians. We have another hotfix here for Hotfix 4.0.0.4. Sorry for a little bit of a delay on the video. The past couple days that I've been off that I would have been able to make this, I've had a splitting migraine. But that's gone. Now I can make this video and jump into it. This is actually a longer patch notes than what I was actually expecting. So I recommend you get a drink or at least a quick snack in the meantime. But we're going to jump in. First up with activities. So the Throne World fixed a networking issue that could cause the destructible pyramid crux objects used in many activities to desync state between client and host, causing several issues and confusing players. Fixed an issue where a third altar could unintentionally be active on the map for a short period. When they mean altar of reflection. Gambit fixed an issue causing perks in Gambit PvP to use PvE values. More specifically, Ariana's Vow will no longer one-shot opponents unless they're already taking damage from other sources. Thank God that was a quick fix. I was getting so annoyed with that. Vow of the Disciple fixed an issue where an unintentional symbol could appear where one of Raul's attacks met environment geometry. Fixed an issue where players could earn a lore entry while only standing in front of two symbols. Fixed an issue where players could shoot any symbol to pass the kill symbol check for the lore entry. Fixed an issue where players could disrupt the caretaker mid-wipe performance. Fixed an issue where players could complete the caretaker encounter and the activity would not progress. Ooh, that would suck. Fixed an issue where the Rauk encounter would be soft lock if players spread leeching force as their final deposit occurs. Fixed an issue where players could leave raid banners up by planting them as the encounter begins. Fixed an issue where players could earn multiple lore entries by reloading checkpoints. I didn't know that was a bug. So you really have to go in one at a time. Like 1 week at a time. That kind of sucks. Witch Queen campaign fixed an issue where players could circumvent death in the legendary campaign missions by leaving the fire team and rejoining. Players that join in progress now require a revive. Fixed an issue preventing replayable nodes in the Witch Queen campaign from appearing on the Throne World map for a small portion of players. And fixed the displayed possible rewards for legend difficulty for the Ghost to include Ascended Alloy. Within PsyOps Battlegrounds, we fixed an issue where champions were inconsistently spawning in PsyOps Battlegrounds. The UI General fixed an issue where some items were being highlighted as new incorrectly, which had negative impacts to performance. Fixed an issue where general game performance could stutter or drop in frame rate while character inventory UI was loading. Investment Economy fixed an issue that was causing Gambit weapons and armor focusing to cost more than expected. Focusing now costs 10,000 Glimmer and 50 legendary shards each. Not terrible. Rahul's destination materials now are sold for stacks of 5 for 1 legendary shard, matching Spider's previous exchange rates. Fixed an issue that was still allowing weapon telemetries to drop. Players can safely delete all weapon telemetries from their inventories as they no longer have any use and will not be used in the future. Fixed an issue where a Vanguard bounty, the harder they fall, could only be progressed in strikes. Fixed an issue where the Omega Catalyst boost was rewarding 3 times progress instead of 4 times. Fixed an issue where the legendary campaign emblem, A Higher Truth, could not be equipped on platforms where the player did not own Witch Queen. It's a unique one. Players who found themselves unable to unlock or acquire a light subclass should now be able to do so. Players should find the associated pursuits in their inventory when first entering orbit, with space remaining for the associated pursuit. Fixed an issue where the Ritual of the Season Triumph could be progressed with PvE kills outside of the Vanguard playlists. Fixed an issue where seasonal quest steps could be blocked if players had reached the Psionic Intel inventory limit. You fix that after week 4, where the season's done? Why? At that point, just leave it. Fix an issue where Nightfalls were giving inconsistent reputation bonuses when reaching a platinum score. Some strikes will now reward additional reputation, while others will reward less. Weird. Weapon crafting. Increase the element crafting currency caps. More information can be found in the 3/17/2020 this week 2022, this week at Bungie blog article, which should be actually the video before this one. Fixed an issue where the sleight of hand trait perk had incorrect crafting requirements. Seals fixed an issue where the Moments of Triumph 2021 title could not be equipped. Gameplay stuff fixed an issue where the explosive personality grenade launcher was not using the correct RPM stat for wave frames. Note that the crafting screen will still display the wrong RPM, which will be fixed in a future patch. The actual weapon item will have the correct stat. Fixed an issue where the logic ornament for the lament appears backwards. Fixed an issue where the lament in word line 0 were not networking their attacks properly or correctly. Fixed an issue where a faint box would be visible around the hipfire reticle when using Osteostriga or Forerunner. All glaives now reach full charge after 4 successful projectile hits instead of 6. So that's huge. 4 hits instead of 6 with the projectile. But it still sucks. Melee hits, or at least melee kills, I think should account for that. Even if it's not hits. But hits would be great as well. So armor. Fixed an issue with the previous reduction of melee recharge rate for Graviton Forfeit was erroneously applying in PvE activities. Fixed an issue where the exotic Titan helmet Lorelei Splendor would consume class ability energy upon death without spawning a sunspot, as in the case of taking enough damage to fully deplete your health while you still have any shields. Players must first acquire Vow the Disciple raid mods before they can be applied to armor from that raid. Fixed an issue where some armor was not appearing on the appearance customization screen even after it has been unlocked with Synthweave. Fixed an issue where some rare armor sets could be infused. Oh, interesting. And fixed an issue where focusing an Umbral Engram could sometimes give the wrong armor to Warlocks. Yeah, that would piss me off. Alright. Abilities. Boss combatants no longer take additional melee damage while frozen by stasis. Didn't know that was a thing. Sentinel Titan's Bastion Barricade now takes 20% increased damage from player sources. This damage bonus stacks with other sources of anti-emplacement damage like the Hake Breach armaments, Origin trait, or anti-barrier rounds. Targets with Void Invisibility active now ping the radar for 0.6 seconds every 3 seconds until invisibility ends. Normal radar visibility rules still apply, i.e. double jumping or sprinting pings the radar. Note, now that we've seen some feedback and data from the first week of trials in Season 16, we wanted to take a few steps to address a few outliers in the Void 3.0 subclass kits. These changes are targeted specifically at PvP and don't affect the PvE sandbox. We believe that some frustration stems from the prevalence and will taper off over time as additional subclasses are brought into the 3.0 system, but wanted to address that what we can before the next trials weekends. As always, we'll be on the lookout for feedback and will adjust where needed. Fixed an issue with the Child of Old Gods could damage some targets through immunity shields. While the child will not be put in timeout, it now knows better and has issued heartfelt apologies to all targets that it has damaged through immunity. We are thankful to have such a child and are proud of them. Didn't know that was an issue. The issue I have, I don't know if it's designed this way, but it's how the child, call it child, you can be aimed on an enemy and it doesn't go towards it, which is very annoying. Like the moment I zoom in and I shoot a target, it should instantly go out. I shouldn't have to shoot that target 50,000 times. But moving on, platforms, PC specifically, fixed an issue where some overlays could cause game crashes. Includes MSI Afterburner and Razer Cortex. I think that's it. That is it for Hotfix 4.0.0.4. Till next time, Guardians, stay safe.